Hi, this is Cheryl, and I'm going to do a card reading today. And I pulled 3 decks, and we'll see if that's all Spirit wants us to do today, or if there's more. And called in my ancestors and the goddesses, and let's see what they have to say. First, I'm doing the Osho Zen Tarot. Okay, 3 cards. Okay, let's see. The first card is number 7, Stress. How many people do you know who just when they were completely overloaded with too many projects, too many balls in the air, have suddenly come down with the flu or taken a fall and ended up on crutches? That's just the sort of bad timing the little monkey with the pin in his hand is about to impose on the one-man band pictured here. The quality of stress represented by this card visits us at all times, but perfectionists are particularly vulnerable to it. We created ourselves with the idea that without us, nothing will happen, especially in the way we want to. Well, what makes you think you're so special? Do you think the sun won't rise in the morning unless you personally set the alarm? Go for a walk, buy some flowers, and fix yourself a spaghetti dinner. Anything unimportant will do. Just put yourself out of that monkey's reach. That sounds good. I bought spaghetti this week, too. I should make spaghetti. That sounds good. All private goals are neurotic. The essential man comes to know, to feel. I am not separate from the whole, and there is no need to seek and search for any destiny on my own. Things are happening. The world is moving. Call it God. He is doing things. They're happening of their own accord. There is no need for me to make any struggle, any effort. There's no need for me to fight for anything. I can relax and be. The essential man is not a doer. The accidental man is a doer. The accidental man is, of course, then anxiety, tension, stress, anguish, continuously sitting on a volcano. It can erupt at any moment because he lives in a world of uncertainty and believes as if it is certain. This creates tension in his being. He knows deep down that nothing is certain. And that's good advice. Just relax and be. And nothing is certain. So you just have to go after your goals and dreams, but nothing in the world is certain. So things can change at any time. And you just have to try to manifest the life that you want. And when you manifest the life that you want, you have to do things to manifest it. You can't just hope that something will happen. If you don't do anything about it, nothing is going to happen. You have to, if you have goals, you have to do things to reach your goals. You can't just say, oh, I hope this happens, and do nothing. Nothing will happen. You have to go after your goals and dreams. Okay. Second is friendliness. The branches of these 2 flowering trees are intertwined. Oh, I guess I should show the cards. This is the stress card. And this is the friendliness card. The branches of these 2 flowering trees are intertwined, and their fallen petals blend together in the ground in their beautiful colors. It is as if heaven and earth are bridged by love. but they stand individually, each rooted in soil and their own connection with the earth. In this way, they represent the essence of true friends, mature, with each other, natural. There's no urgency about their connection, no neediness, no desire to change the other into something else. This card indicates a readiness to enter this quality of friendliness. In the passage, you may notice that you are no longer interested in all kinds of dramas and romances that other people are engaged in. It's not a loss. It's the birth of a higher, more loving quality born of the fullness of experience. It is the birth of a love that is truly unconditional, without expectations or demands. First, meditate. Be blissful. Then much love will happen of its own accord. Then being with others is beautiful, and being alone is also beautiful. Then it is simple, too. You don't depend on others, and you don't make others depend on you. Then it's always a friendship, a friendliness. It never becomes a relationship. It's always relatedness. You relate, but you don't create a marriage. Marriage is out of fear. Relatedness is out of love. You relate. As long as things are moving beautifully, you share. And if you see that the moment has come to depart because your paths separate at this crossroad, you say goodbye with great gratitude for all that the other has been for you, for all the joys and the pleasures and all the beautiful moments that you have shared with the other. With no misery, with no pain, you simply separate. And that's good if you have good friends. I have really good friends and family. And I'm cooking some pizza in the microwave and it's beeping, but that's okay. Can wait. Okay, the last card is adventure. It's a little girl. When we are truly in a spirit of adventure, we are moving just like this child, full of trust, out of the darkness of the forest into the rainbow of light. We go step by step, drawn by our sense of wonder into the unknown. Adventure really has nothing to do with plans and maps and programs and organization. The page of rainbows represents a quality that can come to us anywhere, at home or in the office, in the wilderness or in the city, in a creative project or in our relationships with others. Whether we move into the new and unknown with the trusting spirit of a child, innocent and open and vulnerable, even the smallest things of life can become the greatest adventures. Zen says truth has nothing to do with authority. Truth has nothing to do with tradition. Truth has nothing to do with the past. Truth is a radical personal realization. You have to come to it. Knowledge is certain. The search for personal knowledge is very hazardous. Nobody can guarantee it. If you ask me, I can guarantee anything. If I can guarantee anything, I say I cannot guarantee you anything. I can only guarantee danger. That much is certain. I can only guarantee you a long adventure with every possibility of going astray and never reaching the goal. But one thing is certain, the very search will help you to grow. I can guarantee only growth. Danger will be there, sacrifice will be there. You'll be moving every day into the unknown, into the uncharted, and there will be no map to follow, no guide to follow. Yes, there are millions of dangers, and you could go astray and you could get lost. But that's the only way one grows. Insecurity is the only way to grow. To face danger is the only way to grow. To accept challenge of the unknown is the only way to grow. And that is so very true. That was a good message. Okay, that's good for that deck. And the next deck I'm going to do is the Animal Spirit Guidebook. Because I connect with animals and part of nature. I just saw a squirrel this morning and was watching it. I was going to take a picture, but my phone was dead, so I had to charge it up real quick. I think I was meant to just watch the squirrel and not take pictures. Sometimes it's good to experience life just without your phone, just watching and experiencing it. doing? I was going to show you one of my rocks, but I got to find it. I have a few rocks in my pocket. And on my wrist. Not finding the one I want right now. Oh, there it is. I overlooked it. Okay. I have lots of rocks in my pocket. Okay, I got this new rack yesterday. And went to a meeting at the Infinity Magic. And they have meetings every week. And I haven't been there in a while, and I finally went back. And I got this Dragon's Blood Jasper. It's really cool. And let's see, I wrote some notes about it. It promotes healing for wounds, and it increases the potency of spells for protection, love, banishing, and sexuality. And I'm sure that it's more that it does, but you can look it up, Dragon's Blood Jasper, and I'll show you. It's kind of greenish and a little bit of red in it. Okay, we got the gazelle and vulture. Tonight is the meeting at the library. We do that every week too. And my daughter's in a play, so it's a busy weekend. Okay. I'm excited to see her in this play. And my oldest daughter is done with college for the year, so that's good. I don't think I've ever seen the vulture card. Oh, there's the gazelle. Heightened awareness and ability, vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace with every move. This awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all these predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back down to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, artistic. When out of balance, food allergies, insomnia, racing mind. To bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, and good food. And that's good. I got home and my place felt so nice and warm. It just feels nice and cozy. And my food is ready, but I'm not eating it, so. And vulture, let's see. I appreciate having heat. It's nice to come home to a warm house. Can't find the vulture. Okay, let me look again. Okay, vulture. Guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or a tragedy is a blessing in disguise. When in balance, clarifies, reveals wisdom. When out of balance, dramatic, aggressive. To bring into balance, clean your space and sage. And that's a good idea to clean. I just did that yesterday. And I did sage last night, but I cleansed the deck with Palo Santo. So that's the Animal Spirit Guidebook. And I'm going to do the Crystal Oracle. I did that yesterday too, but there might be some different crystals that we need for today. Selenite. I do have selenite. Actually, that's what I cleansed the decks on, the selenite moon. And I have selenite in my pocket too. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh yeah, here it is. Looks like this. It's clear. Well, kind of clear. Okay, let's read about selenite. I went to this healing expo, and that's where I got the selenite moon. And they did, the place I got it from, they did a Reiki healing, and they had big crystals under chairs, and you sat on them, and they would do Reiki healing, and that was really cool. I want to learn Reiki, but I just gotta take the classes when they come up. So okay, selenite. Purity. Find peace amidst the chaos and distractions of the world, where you may hear the whisperings of your soul. This is the only truth that matters. About selenite. It gets its name from the moon goddess, Selene, who is honored for her radiant beauty and harmonious nature. Selenite, too, has peaceful, loving feel. Selenite forms as sword-like crystals and could be called nature's fiber optics. For as you tilt the crystal back and forth, white light glides along it. Metaphysically, this translates to selenite bringing light to any individual or situation, cleansing body, mind, soul, and space. Okay. Well, I'll write that down later. I want to write down the goddess's name, but I'll write that down later. Okay. Your message is there's a need for you to connect with your own personal truth rather than follow the truth of others. If you were to pour into the foulest vinegar or the sweetest perfume over a lotus flower, do you know what it would smell like? It would smell like a lotus flower. You're being guided to be like that lotus flower. When someone throws vinegar at you in the form of insults, criticism, or nastiness, simply allow it to fall like water off a duck's back. In the same way, when you are showered with praise, compliments, or embellishments, do not allow these to steer you from your path. You may question why it is not wise to accept admiration and approval, but this will only distort your ability to see your truth. Other people's opinions are simply that, their opinion, judgment, and beliefs. There's only one person who can know what is right and wrong for you, and that's yourself. Spend time connecting with me and listening to your soul. You know what will serve you best, and it's time to start listening to yourself rather than seeking approval and avoiding the condemnation of others. Otherwise, you'll spend your whole life appeasing others rather than pleasing yourself. So don't be a people pleaser. Okay, the spirit allies are polar bear. I love polar bears. His white fur represents the strength and purity. He teaches you to overcome the underlying fears and insecurities of being abandoned by others who disapprove of your choices. He reminds you how enormously strong and full of courage you are. He has come to help you stand up to your current challenges in life, no matter how intimidating or hostile they are. Lotus. The lotus flower, growing from the murky waters and reaching toward the sun, guides us to rise above the troubles and always seek the light. Meditate on this idea while resting near a lotus. Diffusing lotus essential oil helps lift your spirits. Lotus flower essence will also help you find harmony. A little tired. Sage. Burning a sage smudge stick or incense or diffusing sage essential oil helps to cleanse the space. Not only does consuming sage have numerous physical benefits, it's also an ancient belief that aids immortality. Sage flower essence awakens spiritual discoveries. Full moon. The full moon offers an energy that is peaceful, nurturing, and contemplative. It guides you to become still and listen to your own thoughts and inspirations. Take time to cleanse yourself with the moonlight when working with selenite, allowing its mystical powers to awaken this mystery that lay deep within you. And I always don't sleep good during the full moon. And there's black moon, April 30th. So I think that's good for today. Well, for right now, maybe. I'll do another reading later, but we'll see. Okay. Thank you. Now I'm going to eat my pizza.